Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about homeschool curriculum. We are doing 10th grade curriculum. This is my second year homeschooling a high schooler. Apologize about my voice, I lost it and it's just now coming back. So hopefully it lasts. Let me explain a little bit about what we do. We do a hybrid between homeschooling and our public school for sports reasons. Travel sports are not an option for my family for many reasons. And so we also really like to be a part of our local community. We live in a small town, and so sports are a way that we can stay connected to our local community because we don't attend church right in our town. So for my 10th grader, Journey, she has to take 4 electives each semester at the high school to be able to play sports. It's like a state rule for the public school. So then that means that I teach all of the core classes at home. So let's start with the core classes. We are going to be doing history again all together with my other 2 children, so my 8th grader and my 6th grader. We are using The Good and the Beautiful, year 2. Now they are redoing this course, and so I made sure to get it. It might still be available, I'm not sure, but we haven't done year 2 yet. So we're going to be doing year 2 with all of them. It comes with a timeline and stickers, which I actually love this timeline, and I saved it from year 4 maybe? I can't remember. But I saved our timeline and we already have other stickers on here. And so I'm just going to add the new stickers to this one because it's a really cool timeline. So that means I have a timeline to give away. So comment below that you would like this timeline, and I will pick a winner. I'm going to have 2 other videos with my 8th grader and my 6th grader. So between those 3 videos, I will pick a winner who I will send that timeline to. So the read alouds that go with, it does come with a maps and images book as well. And then there are 4 read alouds for each unit that it comes with. One of the read alouds in the book pack we had already read, and so I just replaced it with this one, All of a Kind Family. That was one of the choices. The Falcon of Eric the Red, The Morning Tree, Fu and Chin. Those are all the read alouds that go with the history course. Now, my plans are that this is probably going to be the last year that she does history with all of us, because I would like her to have like a really comprehensive U.S. history course that either lasts 2 years, or if I find one that lasts 1 year, then I would like her to do a world history like concentrated course her senior year. So those are tentatively my plans, which, as we know, things can change. This is the little history game that goes with it. My kids have always loved playing the games that come with history, so I get them and they like to play them. Next is language arts, and that was The Good and the Beautiful, by the way. Next is language arts, and Journey completed the high school year 1 last year and really liked it. So this is the high school language arts course. It comes in booklets, and they have to kind of self-pace themselves, which I really like. So she has to figure out how much she needs to do every day, because it doesn't say day 1, day 2, none of that. So those are all the booklets. There are 10 units that come with it. And then I always have my kids do the reading challenge. So this you can print out through the high school website on The Good and the Beautiful, and it gives you, so this one is 2 fiction books and 1 biography or autobiography. So the ones, and I always let them choose, the ones that she chose was Mary of the Mayflower, Amazing Grace in the Life of William Wilberforce, and The Swiss Family Robinson. Now, I got all of these from Thrift Books. I really like that site, by the way. That's new to me. I don't know. I am late to the party. I don't know where I've been. And I didn't realize that this is the retold, so it's a little bit juvenile, but she won't mind an easy read. It'll be okay. And if we really get into it and it's too easy, we'll just we'll go to the library. I'm sure that they have the more comprehensive version. And then this is the book pack that came with her units. So it's the Christoph Van Schmidt collection, A Girl of the Limberlost. I don't know if you're my age and you remember this movie when it came out. I loved that movie. It was like one of my favorite movies. Harriet, the Moses of Her People, Men of Iron, and Sagebrush Surgeon. So all of those are included, and it will tell her when to read them in the units. And then those 3 that I showed before, those are all extra for the reading challenge. Then they will also need, I had these from last year, so I didn't have to order them again, but the grammar and writing guide. And these are the flashcards, like the geography and poetry memorization flashcards, which we had those from last year as well. Then I did decide to go ahead and get her an honors course. She's really, really good at language arts, writing and reading. That's what definitely more of her strengths. So I went ahead and got her an honors book study, the Screw Tape Letters, and I already had the Screw Tape Letters, so she will do this at the very end once she completes everything else. And really, she could have done one this year, but she had some science and math to catch up on, so we didn't do one this year. Okay, so that is history and LA. Math, we have done teaching textbooks. I like teaching textbooks. We're just trying something new for the summer. We're trying CTC math. And so most likely we will be sticking with that, but it will either be teaching textbooks or CTC math, but I'm thinking that it's going to be CTC math, and that is just, I'll try to pop up some pictures here. It's an online course. It grades it for you. It has lessons. Something I like about it a little bit better than teaching textbooks is that it has the solutions worked out that she can look at, versus teaching textbooks unless we are using it incorrectly. I've never found like she needs like step-by-step where she went wrong in the problem for her to be able to learn it. So that's been a little bit of a challenge with teaching textbooks. So we're trying out CTC math, and then for science, she did physical science last year. And this is a very, very good science curriculum. It is extremely comprehensive. I love the Christian worldview. This is Apologia. Really, really good, solid curriculum. This is not to her learning style. She really struggled with it. We struggled through because it is a very expensive curriculum, and there is some value in struggling through something that is hard. Now, do I want her to struggle again this year with biology? No, I don't. So, but I am going to be keeping the textbook, and then I went ahead, I'm going to have all of my freshmen do this course because it is a solid beginner high school science course. But you know how curriculum is. So this is the 3rd edition. By the time my 8th grader is in 9th grade, in 2 more years, there's probably going to be a new version. So I just went ahead and got a new notebook this year while it was available. And because, you know, from editions, they don't change very much. So there's just a little pro tip for you. If you're going to have kids reusing curriculum and you're worried about them coming out with a new edition, then just go ahead and get everything that you need to be able to reuse it and just keep it for 2 years till you're ready to use it. So, what am I going to be having Journey do for biology? We I've done a lot of research and I think I have settled on Fascinating Science, and I didn't even know about it until I watched Angie's video from This Gathered Nest, Angela Braniff, because some of the things she was mentioning, like one of her daughters just thought she wasn't good at science, but it just wasn't to her learning style, and that's totally Journey. So I think from what I have seen from Fascinating Science, and again, I'll try to pop in some pictures because I don't have a physical copy, it's online. I think it's going to work out really well. The only thing is, I think I'm going to get a new printer and I'm going to actually print out the guided slides so that she can write notes on it, because she's like tactile and like seeing and hearing. So she kind of struggles if she just has to listen or just has to watch. Like she kind of needs both, and then she needs to write it down. So that's the plan for all of her core classes. Through the school, she's going to be taking Art 2. She took Art 1 and like aced it. She's very artistic. She loved it. She's also going to be taking photography, which I'm a photographer, so this is like near and dear to my heart. I love it. I cannot wait. Secretly, I hope she asks me for help so that I can be involved and help her, because I just love it. That was my major in college, was photography. So she's going to do that so that she can be on the yearbook committee. And we're like looking for electives that she can take every semester throughout her years, because she's going to run out of electives. She ended up quitting band this year just with volleyball and marching band. It was too much. So she wanted to stick with volleyball. And so then she's going to be taking Spanish 2. She took Spanish 1 and did very well. Languages are another thing that she's very good at. And then she's going to be taking a multimedia course. I don't actually know what that one's about. I'm assuming it's computerish type stuff. And then of course she's involved in all of her sports, multiple sports that she plays. And then the last thing that we all do together is I subscribe to World Watch News for kids. And this has been an awesome addition to our homeschool. It's like a 7 to 10 minute snippet every morning. And it's like unbiased news that just like gives them the highlights of like the topics of what's going on so that they're informed, but it's not all of the yucky news stuff. So that is my 10th graders. That's it. That's all of her curriculum. So far I have loved homeschooling a high schooler. It's been wonderful. It hasn't been any more difficult in my mind than my middle schoolers in elementary school. And the only thing I'm doing is I am keeping a record, like keeping a transcript, but I'm actually just like keeping a written copy and then just on the notes in my phone. And then when she's a senior or when she needs one, I'm going to pick out a transcript and fill everything in, because she will have two. It'll be kind of weird because she'll have one from the school for her electives and then she'll have one from homeschool. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and check out my 8th grade curriculum and my 6th grade curriculum, which will be coming after this video. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!